Hello there, this is Malak and welcome to episode 42 of Cobalt Core. I do like it when I'm starting an episode with the zone travel, you know what I'm talking about. That thing. The thing, we just done the thing with the thing. Okay. Well, we've got the slug. We got the slug. We got the slug. I'm actually tempted just to move out the way, though, to be fair. He doesn't really gain us very much, but I just kind of feel like yeah. Okay, so now we can do a big blap. We can just move and slug them. I think we should just slug them. That's what I think. Boom! And then that's that. No slug this time, unfortunately. But I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. We can do a shield surge. That increases the max shield anyway. We then can just do a free pew-pew, a double pew-pew, a 2 damage pew-pew, and a bit more shield. Yay! Okay, so they've got 5. We can do 5 damage. Yeah. Bye-bye. Nice! Oof, but the heat. So you gain hull, but then potentially you just are going to lose that hull from overheat. But that would be the sort of thing you do when you're already going to overheat. Or you immediately have something like an exothermo release. Yeah. Stun shot is a possibility. I quite like this. But exothermo release, we don't have much in the way of cooling. Like if I look in our cards, we've got 2 EMP slugs. And only 1 heat sink, which is fine, whatever. But see, if we had a card that did damage equal to the heat, then I'd be very tempted to do it. Because then you've got 2 cards that benefit from high heat that potentially will save you more hull damage. Like that combustion engine. Absolutely, in the right circumstances, intentionally overheating yourself to take a hull damage, actually it's worth it because then it allows you to avoid worse damage from an enemy attack. But we've only got 1 that benefits from high heat. So I'm going to have an exothermic release. I do like stun shot, but we've got 2 stun shots as it is. So, effectively, 2 stun shots. Let's go for the choices. Hello, lots of cannons, snoot. Look, you have a cute snoot. Cute snoot. Anyway. We could just go immediately EMP slug. There's no reason why not. On target. Yes. I think that was a compliment to Drake, I guess, because technically that's Drake that did that. I don't know. And then we just do a basic bit shot and a dodge. There we go. We have a missile on the way. Yes, we do. Well, we have a couple of missiles on the way, technically. We could just do another EMP slug. It's starting to get a bit warm in here, but we like it. We like it warm. Oh, I mean, shield surge is always good. How much do these 2 damage? Yeah, fuck it. Let's do a shield surge. And oh, I can't do a block shot, but I can do a pew pew. And then we could just stay here or move a little. I think we should just. It doesn't really matter. Let's. The 2 damage is going to hit the temp shields. We don't care beyond that. We might as well keep the point of evade. Yeah, they're suffering quite a bit at this point. We don't have enough shields for shield gun to really be that useful yet. We're going to take 4 damage from a missile and a cannon. We could just do 4 damage. And at that point we'd have to do 4 more damage to take them out, which we cannot do. But, well, especially when it takes almost all of our energy to do it. I'm actually going to sidestep left and just do multi-shot. Yeah, that nullifies any incoming damage. Let's do a basic block. And then the shield gun. Yeah. Oof, they're fat. Yeah, 3 damage. I think we should just sidestep and let rip. That's what I think. Not far, but like that. Oh, I see. Yeah, the one that's ever increasing amounts of shield. Yeah, because we didn't take that crazy the shield thing, which makes us explode. I was so tempted with that prototype 22. I was tempted, but that's a possibility. Another heat sink. It's good. It's a heat sink already upgraded as well. We could do the firewall now. Now that we have exothermic release and heat sink. Although that's admittedly an exhaustible card. I'm actually going to go with the heat sink. Oh, but momentum. Yeah, fuck it, momentum. Let's do it. Ooh, 2 question marks. And then we have an unusually strong encounter. I'm going to go with the question mark that leads... Always question mark. It's football again! Sports! Alright, Sasha. I'm going to trash talk the other team so hard. Sports! Sure, why not? Actually, then again, we've got some good evasion initially, but it really depends on whether or not this is going to be a good thing or not. I'm just going to keep moving, I guess. Yeah. I wonder what happens if we just let them blow us up. I bet it'll be one of those things where... with 1 ace, evade every turn. Yeah, okay, so if we evade 1 more time, that'll be good. And then we're just going to do that. And that. No, it was not a big whiff. We're trying to keep cool. And we're not trying to hurt the enemy. Although the enemy will move out of the way to the right. So that makes us hit. And then practically score a goal immediately. You don't know why other sports aren't played with cannons. I mean, okay. Now we might struggle on this one unless we get a basic dodge. Oh, he's not going to dodge this time though. We've only got 2 evasion, but we do have an invertible combustion engine, which means that we can move 2 from natural evasion. I like how the little buddy there, and moved out the way of our cannon. He just got like sidestepped. Then we combustion engine, and then we block shot. Goal! We win! Sport orb. Oh dear. some kind of sporting or indestructible, left or right where you're the enemy hitter, distance. So basically we get exactly what that is. One of 3 artifacts. I don't want a random football. Oh boy. Okay. Revenge drive. Revenge. I mean, in many ways we could just utilize the overheating mechanism. We could intentionally overheat ourselves, which would take hull damage. I'm assuming that it's not like the first time an enemy deals hull damage, it's when you lose hull. But still, I don't particularly want to lose hull. 1 energy every 3rd turn. God, it would be so energy rich. I mean, it's simple. It's not like crazy, but it would go well with Dizzy's stuff. But extra energy for now might be better. Because the problem is we don't have... It's not like we can keep our shields between battles. And we don't really have a huge amount of actual shield increasing things. Yes, it'll help the burnout blocker not do as much... have as much problems. I'm thinking overclock generator to get the energy. I mean, it's not a massive amount of extra energy. And the overdrive's only a little bit of extra damage. I'm going to go with the overclock. I'll return at some point, Sasha. Boing, 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 boing. Sasha really likes her sports. I'm assuming from that name, she just loves fucking sports. What the fuck even is this? Avast! Blimey! I know. Such language. Concussable. That's good. We still have an EMP slug to use on it, but it is concussable. So we can just kind of go Now it is armored. Not the best shot, but also not a bad shot either. Stopping a missile is its own reward, or something like that. We have shield. We've got 5 energy still. I don't care about that 1 damage. I'm just gonna go EMP slug for the damage, just for the sheer damage. And then I guess exothermic release in a shield gun, which isn't going to really do very much, but it's something. Oh yeah. That's why we had so much energy, because it's rotating binary star-y thing. Okay. I don't know how long an actual turn is in this game. Like, obviously for us it can be as long as it takes for us to make a decision, but like in D&D, each round of combat is 6 seconds. In the game world, it may take a minute for your... that's optimistic. It may take a while for the players to decide what they're going to do before the round ends and comes back round again, but that's 6 seconds of time in the game world. So what is this? What is a turn here? And the reason why I'm asking, and suddenly it becomes important, is because these stars fully rotate around each other every 2 turns. So if I knew how long a Cobalt Core turn is in the Cobalt Core universe, I'd be able to determine something about those stars. I could check their colour, their relative size to each other, the time it takes for them to rotate around each other, and assuming this pocket universe's physics are the same as ours, we could make some guesstimates as to how big and how close these stars are from one another. Like, I could measure the size of that and the size of that. Now, obviously, this orangey star is closer to us than the white star at the moment. So you measure them twice, one when one's in front of the other, and that would then give you an idea as to how far away they are from each other, and you'd be able to get their sizes relative to each other. The colours would give you an idea on how big they are, based on the light emissions. Yeah, I'm kind of, my brain isn't gonna do this, but I'm curious as to whether or not you could make a guess on that. Because you know the time period, you know the relative sizes, you know the spectrographic, you know, the color of them. You could make a lot of determined. You could tell what temperature they are, and that can relate to the size of them. And yeah, you could do something like that. Science. Okay, shall I stop doing science and start playing the game? That would be a good idea. That would be a very good idea. Let's get some shieldies. Kind of tempted just to move out the way this turn. Yeah. Nice miss. Reminds me of fighting against you guys. Oh, look at the color change. Ooh, you see the color change? Because that look at the size difference now. That suggests that they are a lot further away from each other than I originally thought. It might be that the stars are similar sizes, because as they rotate around, but then again, their common center, if one of them is more massive than the other, because this blue one is more massive than the other one, that would, because the temperature would suggest that. But they appear to be about the same size, so one of them might be undergoing some kind of end-of-life shenanigans. So you'd expect that this star would be larger than the other one, but they appear to be the same size, because when they're the other way around... Oh god, I'm doing it! Stop it! Brain, just stop. Just get on with the computer game and ignore things. But it's just the fact that it changes colour. I know it's only a game, but that would suggest that there's a Doppler effect going on. That as it's moving, it's shifting the light. That might allow us, again, we'd have to know how long a turn in Cobalt core actually is, but that would then give us a potential idea as to how fast they're moving. For something that appears white as it's moving, is it moving away at that point? Surely this is the closest point and the other one's the furthest away. But then again, no, it's probably moving away now, because it's gone past the point where, because they're going around that way, right? So it's probably moving away now, which would then not make any, because that would lengthen the... No, it would. That would make sense, because it's lengthening the wavelength of light, which means that it would be more ultraviolet-y, which is correct, because it's looking a little bluer than it normally does. Anyway. You guys should be used to this from me by now. You really should be. Oh my god. Just multi-shot, I guess, or a slug or something. I don't know. Jeez, yeah, just lay into this poor fucker. We're gonna take some damage, but the shields and yeah, we're gonna take a bit of hull damage. It's fine. Oof, yeah. The nanofibers can buff all that damage out. I don't think the nanofibers can buff... Well, eventually they would. I should probably focus less on those stars and more on the game. Otherwise, we're going to explode. We can just evade all the damage, which is good. It's a good thing that we can do that. We've only got 3 points though, so I think we should do some damage, but not at this exact moment, because that's an armored location. So let's move here and do that, and then do this, maybe. Shame we didn't have any more damage. It's been good. It would have been good. We now have 3 damage resistance, so donk, go. And we will lose 0 energy to do no damage. So we'll just EMP slug it. Come on, Malak. Just kill the fucking thing. Flashpoint. instantly ends your turn. I mean, who cares? It's a 0 cost thing, so it's like you could just use that. I suppose you then... Yeah, because it doesn't increase the heat. It just takes your heat and does a damage. A good damage attack. Add wave beam. Oh, look at that. It's a weird one, because you spend 2 energy to get a card that's free. That will then... It'll stick around. You can shuffle it back into your deck, but at the end of combat it then disappears, which is fine. You know, why, I wonder, isn't this just the thing that does 2 piercing damage? I guess it's maybe upgrades, weirdly. Boost capacitors. Now that's what I'm talking about. Because we do have that shield gun, which at the moment has not been doing particularly well. We've got a lot of damage output. I think boost capacitors has got to be the way to go. Let's go fight a tough enemy. It's the wall, dude! Aim for the weak point. I'd rather not. In fact, we literally cannot shoot that weak point. It's literally impossible. Yeah, we can't do that. What we can do is we can open up with an EMP slug. It's not that easy. It's kind of, yeah. Let's not get too crazy. We don't need that. We could just do a regular old shot. I mean, yeah, we'll just do that shot, I guess. It may not be worth much, but another 1 point of damage is nothing to be scoffed at. Yeah, cannot miss. And then it shakes us. Well, I mean, I don't think we're going to be able to dodge it. We can blow it up, though. Blowing it up is an option. Let's do another EMP. Sidestep. We'll do a block shot. And then we'll do, how often are we likely to get things like the combustion engine, though? Yeah, that's heatsink. I don't want to gamble it. Okay. Bigger and better than ever. Well, we've got no thingy things of exothermic release. The boost capacitors is a solid choice right about now. A little pew pew. And then I guess just exothermic release. Let the shields take the hit. Yeah, I'm not particularly bothered at this point. The shields can handle it. Ooh, 1 damage and 2 damage with some cannons. Interesting selection. We can just move out the way of the cannons and shoot down a missile. It means we're not doing much damage to them. Oh, no, hang on, that's a lunge. Oops! Oops! I just used up all of that for nothing. I think we just need to move out the way of a couple of things. We're gonna take some damage. It'll buff out. I don't like wasting an EMP slug on a missile, but they are what they are. We could boost capacitors and just EMP slug and see what fucking happens, I guess. I don't particularly like doing that, but... because now we're shaken again. Fewer cards. Okay, the basic shot to take out the missile is a good option. We can use all these cards. We've got no card draw. That's the interesting thing about this. No card draw. I don't want to sidestep, even though I could do an extra point of damage. It's not going to make a difference. I don't want to move into the damage that's coming our way. Can't reverse that card. Yeah, I'm gonna get shaken again. Don't like those shaker missiles. Though living away from these cannons is actually, I'm okay with this. Multi-shot's good. We can get rid of one of those missiles. We can just take those missiles until the cows come home, really. Now's the time to see if that symbol does include temporary shields or not. I don't think it will, but this is a good test. It does not. So, as I thought, it would have made that card incredibly powerful. At the moment, it's like a bit meh, I think, this card. It's a bit meh. And then we'll just let the temp shields take the missile. We get shaken, though. That's a lot of incoming damage. It's like 5 incoming damage. I can handle that. That's not a problem. I mean, literally, there's not a huge amount more other than shielding that we can do at this point. Actually, the combustion engine's not a bad one because it dodges that 2 points of damage, preserves a bit of shields. Yeah, the shields took that. We're quite shieldy, aren't we? We are quite shieldy. So, 6 damage. Where are all our damage cards gone? Like, I know parry's a damage card, but it's like, Drake, where are your damage cards? I think the blocker burnout is definitely on the cards, literally and figuratively. I don't know what I'm on about half the time. I think it's only 1 extra point of damage, but it's worth doing in my opinion. But then again, the evasion, I don't think it is. I think 6 damage. And then we can lunge and take it and give it an extra point of damage. No, lunge is too far. I know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm on about. Temp shields take the brunt of that. And now we have an EMP slug. Goodbye, sir. Not today, Satan. Hot compress. We now have a lot of heat reduction, so that's a thought. Flux. Oh, temp shield. Temp shield is good. Decreases by 1 at the end of turn. Hang on a second. Is that what temp shield does? It goes away at the start of the next turn. Oh, the flux itself, not the temp shield. I'm an idiot, yeah. I was about to say, have I been misunderstanding temp shields? I'm pretty sure they all go away. But no, that's talking about the flux effect. So you gain 1 flux. So just for that turn... I mean, I think that's whenever a shot happens. So if you like have a double or triple shot, I'm sure that procs multiple times. Flux isn't bad, and it does damage as well. So 1 point for 1 damage, even if the flux doesn't... I mean, the flux happens and then you do a shot. So that will immediately gain you temp shields. Ooh. I like the flux A. Rev the engines. No. Flux. I'm going to get the flux. Oh, and we got all this. If you end your turn with more than 0 energy, gain 1 shield. That happens quite a lot. Because we do have 4 energy every turn, and then every 3rd turn we have 5. So, and we don't have extra card draw. So sometimes yeah. That's a thought. Piercer. Your first attack each turn pierces. Nice. When you shoot an incoming missile, turn it around instead of destroying it. Oh, I like that. Is it better than Ion Converter? I don't think so. Because we don't shoot... I mean, I suppose the last couple of fights we have shot a lot of missiles. But that's very dependent on the enemy using missiles and us being able to shoot them. Obviously, but you know what I mean. It's a That's not going to happen. Most fights, that's not going to even happen. Ion converter, that's going to happen most fights. Yeah. And it probably won't now, but you know. Oh my god, shield. I didn't even look at the other one. I should have probably looked at the other one, but as far as I'm concerned, if our shield lasts between combats, does that mean our max shielding is remembered between combats? Because that would be ridiculous. It says shield, and with that not including temp, it'd be interesting to see. But if our shield capacity gets lowered, it would then remember it. Ooh, so it probably won't remember our max shield capacity, but it'd be interesting if it did. Again, we can experiment, find out, for science. It's a long episode. Well, longish. We're fine. Momentum's a good idea. The basic dodge. Again, we've not really got much in the way of anything, really. We've got a lot of missiles coming in from Stardog. He's got a sword as well. It seems unhelpful in space. But for boarding actions? Not that I've seen boarding actions. It's not that kind of game. And then I'm just going to move out the way so that it doesn't hit our little weak spot. I like how the symbol for weak is the glass that is, you know, shattered. But brittle isn't glass. That's a skull. You know what I mean? It's like, surely brittle should be the glass, but since glass is, you know what? I'm not gonna worry too much about it, or at all. Worry is yeah. Okay. So the EMP slug, obviously, just for the damage. What a little missile boat this, isn't it? Let's do the flux. Yep, we gained a thing, and these are 2 damage missiles. Does multi-shot trip it twice? Yep, thought it did. Yeah, now look at that. Look at that temp shielding now. Oof. It's good. So, shield surge is a possibility, obviously. We've got lots of 2 damage coming in. But we can just sidestep, which we probably will. Obviously basic pew-pew. Other pew-pew. Combustion engine isn't really going to do as much. It will give us a free sidestep to dodge some of the incoming damage. See, we cannot actually use up our energy, so we're gonna get that extra energy. Yep, there's the extra energy. Energy transferred to shields. The little dialogues are quite nice. They are relevant. You know what I mean? Like, even to the point where, you know, you take hull damage, but you have the artifact that means the hull damage will repair. Dizzy says something about it. I like it. It's good. That's a big fat boy. No, I'm glad it's not nuclear, actually. History references for the win. Well, we've got a lot of evasion, to be fair. I'm gonna do a sidestep and an EMP slug. Shame I can't do the shield gun right now, but I'm gonna do boost capacitors and just move out the fucking way. And the reason why is because I want to see about this shield memory, whether it includes maximum shields. I don't think it will, but I'm wrong about things sometimes. Shock horror. Everyone is wrong about something at some point. I mean, we've maxed out our shields. We can just ignore that. No, I don't want to ignore it because I want to do the science, you know? So I'm going to do another step. I'm going to do a bit of pew-pew. And then what? I mean, I'll play the momentum because it just gets more powerful every time you play it. And then I'm going to do a sidesteppy thing, and then I'm going to do a heat sink, and then I'm not going to bother with the basic block, because I mean, to be honest, interesting, whether I play this card or not, the same thing happens, i.e. it tries to give us 1 point of shield and fails. I mean, yeah, you can just stay there if you want, buddy. So, we currently have 6 out of 6 shields. We now have no shields, but it says it's remembered 6. It's remembered 6. The max has gone down. It will probably try and give us 6 shields, and we'll only get 4. Probably. Probably. Now, Flux, I quite like. And that is an attack card as well. I kind of feel like I should pick that card, because we're going through quite a few battles now where we're sort of finding very few attack cards. We've got plenty of attack cards. I mean, we have. But I mean, we have got plenty of attack cards. I think you just have some unlucky turns where you just end up with your shield cards, which I'm not complaining about. It's all good. Combustion Engine A is not a bad choice, but I think Flux is good. Its attack gives us plenty of temp shields, means we can stay still. Okay, so this is the test. Do we get 6 shields or do we get 4? I'm voting 4. You guys can do your own votes as well. I kind of want the question mark, because question marks are good, but more artifacts is always good as well. So we gained 4. It does not remember your max shields, but that's fine. I mean, starting with 4 shields is good. We like it. Yeah, multi-shot. Let the shields take it. Give us some evasion. Oh, maximum shield increase. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a weak point, didn't it? Yeah. I'm not so fussed. I think I'm just gonna... You know what I mean? And then we can do a block shot. And then we can do... I mean, the flux shot's kind of irrelevant, because the temp shield's really not going to help right now. Probably shouldn't have bothered, because I think just topping up our normal shields would have been a good option. We could do sidestep EMP... No, lunge. EMP slug. There we go. That's what we like. Momentum. Leaving ourselves with some energy at the end is pointless, so heat sink. Go. Oof, shield gun now is starting to be a bit more tasty. I mean, 6 damage is respectable for parry. It is respectable. 5 damage from shield gun as well. I mean, we're going to take 3 damage, 4 damage, should I say. Let's do shield gun. I mean, actually, no, parry. There's literally no point, because we've got nothing else to really spend it on, other than the fact that we couldn't do both shield gun and parry, which is a shame. But yeah, in that case, go for the expensive one. Still end up doing a shield surge, and then do a pew pew, and then I guess just a combustion engine, because then that means we take 1 less damage. Yeah. And then block shot. And then flux. I mean, flux and then block shot would have been a much better choice, but it doesn't matter in this particular moment. Boost capacity. No, sear. Sear's a good one. Yeah, we need more damage. Premeditation. Come on, let's premeditate the fuck out of this shit. Good old Glissade. I remember this from a few games back. At the start of combat, gain a Glissade. Is that into my hand? I can't remember now. But it stays in the hand. But then disappears when you use it. Okay. I mean, it's a reversible movement. It's good. Cockpit lock on. Weak isn't bad. Like, but actually brittle is where it's at, especially with a high damage ship like this. But then again, we're not just high damage, we are actually lots of damage, if you know what I mean. Still, weak isn't as good as it could be. Oh god. More hull? Kind of like the idea of just really pimping the hull out. Fuck it, let's see how much hull we can go. God, look at the width of each of those pieces of hull is now like, what, 3 in-game pixels? I say in-game pixels, you know what I mean, because the game is more pixely than the resolution would suggest. Like, in real pixels, it's probably 10 or 8 or something like that, but it looks like about 3 pixels as far as the game's concerned. Or 2, maybe, I don't know. They're pretty thin now. Hey, Cleo. Maybe getting rid of a card or 2 would be good, but 1 card at this stage of the game, probably not going to make a big difference. We could upgrade a card, but again, the probability of drawing that 1 upgraded card versus the probability of 1 fewer card meaning a better draw, there's not a huge amount in it, but I do like upgrading cards. But we could get rid of one of those basic bitch cards. What upgrades do we have? Upgrade is more fun. Like boost capacitors. I'm going to leave some of these as exhaust. Then again, the exothermic release. It's always going to be exhaust, but it could be free is irrelevant now. Making things free is not as useful. We have a lot of energy at this point. Boost capacitors. I mean, that looks good. What does flux upgrade do? We can give ourselves more flux. And absurd temp shields as a result. I do like the burnout blocker. Upgrading that wouldn't be bad. What does this do? Ooh, draw 1. Gain 1 shield, then +1. So it just adds a draw 1 to it. Momentum A is not bad. Oh god, this is a long episode. We're nearly at the end of it, guys. We're nearly at the end of it. Not that I suspect a lot of you particularly want episodes to end quick, but I don't know. I kind of feel like my aim for 25 minutes sometimes goes a little bit over. Yeah. What about Seer? Oof. Like, penetrating shields is not that important, I'd feel, at this point. So the extra heat is not good. I like the draw card. I know it's such a subtle thing, but it's gonna keep coming round. Right, let's fight Riggs ? Evil Riggs. Riggs, be serious. I don't think Riggs can be serious. I think that's literally one thing that she just never will be able to do. I don't know. Yeah, it's the punchy ship. I remember this ship. It's the punchy one. We're gonna get punched a lot, I think. I think we're gonna get punched a lot. I'm gonna sidestep 2 and get rid of that punchy. I think. And then I think just shield surge. And then just do a 4 damage. Like that. Okay. Okay. No EMP thug. It's a bit thuggish. I think we should just open fire. Open fire! We're not going to take any damage. And we don't really have much damage to deal either. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a wet turn, if you know what I mean. I mean, that's it. That's literally the only thing we can do. We could lunge. It will miss the shot, but then we can sidestep and get rid of this punchy. Well, I think EMP Slug is always a good idea. I think parry's going to be useful in this. Maybe parry would have been better just now. I'm going to then lunge. Actually, I should have sidestepped and then lunged. I'm an idiot. Ah, well. Yeah, that would have been perfect. But, I'm not a perfectionist. As you well and truly know. Well, the flux is a thing. But it's not really useful right now because we're not going to be taking any damage. Gaining, so there's your basic shot. And we're even gaining shields isn't really useful. In fact, actually, gaining flux means we'll still have some flux left next turn. Ooh, yeah, that's a good point. Look at the shields we've got right now. No EMP Slug, but we do have flux again. Oh god. Shall we just tank the shit out of the incoming damage? We're actually not going to take a huge amount of damage. Look at that temp shields. We're going to get hit, but it doesn't really matter. Look at the temp. This is silly. I mean, that's going to miss us if we just take one step to the left. And our combustion engine allows us to do exactly that. Firstly, EMP Slug. Shield gun. Bye-bye, buddy. That was good. Oh, look at our hull now. We've got 21 hull. I love it. And it's remembered our shields. It's great. Okay, what are we getting? Serenity? Thermal battery. What is this? Oh, draw a card, gain energy, gain some heat. And then we get another parry. Serenity. Next time you would gain any amount of heat, instead lose one serenity. So serenity just prevents heat build up. I mean, possibly. It draws a card as well. It's free. And it also doesn't deplete the deck too much because it's exhaust. I'll go with that. Oh, we've got that Prototype 22 being offered again. We have so many shield gainy things, I think that would destroy us now. I'm glad we didn't pick that, and I'm not picking it this time either. We have so much stuff that gives us shields that would happen a lot. Though admittedly, we do... I say we. You're here with me. We're on this journey together at 48 minutes. God, it's like a double-length episode. We're on this journey together. So I think if... Because we tend to avoid damage as much as possible, because that's the sensible thing to do, for the most part. So you could kind of stop doing that. I'm not going to pick it. Dirty engines. What is this? 1 energy every turn. Oh my god. And we have a lot of energy. To have more energy? I don't think more energy is useful. A lot of the time we're using up all the cards, or we're ending our turn with spare energy, which is fine because you gain shields for doing that. Thermoreactor. More energy. It wants us to have more energy. I don't think we've got enough heat depletion. It really wants us to have more energy. I think the trash is worth it. Because even if that extra energy isn't used, we can just use it to get rid of the trash, you know? Yeah, dirty engines. That's it. That's it, guys. Right. So that's it for this episode. Double-length episode for the win. Hang on, if I wait another 15 seconds... Actually, no, I'm going to have to say cheerio now because the outro. Cheerio! damn it, we went over.